Alright, we got a matchup against Yveltal. Corviknight, that's something you don't see that often in this format. It's going to be very interesting. And they also have the Alcremie, so it's a very scary Pokemon. Because it can go for those decorates to boost their partner Pokemon's attack and special attack by 2 stages. Very scary. And they usually are Choice Scarf, so yeah, they can get those boosts very quickly. If that's what they're gonna do, maybe they lead with Alcremie and something else. Could lead with Drednaw. I could try to go for my weakness policy strategy then. Drednaw, Raikou, Pelipper, Zygarde in the back. That sounds good. Because I don't know exactly what their game plan is, but gotta try to knock them out as quickly as possible. I mean, Trick Room could maybe have been more of the play here, but I mean, if they have Alcremie, then I'm gonna assume they're just gonna lead with it. Okay, let's see if we can just get rid of this Yveltal like right away. Although being that I have 2 threats on the field, I don't know what they do here. I mean, Alcremie is usually known to set up, so I don't know. It could max or attack also. So I don't particularly know what my opponent would do in this situation. I mean, if they max Yveltal though. Yeah, that's the thing. If they think they're going to move before Drednaw, they might still max. It could be weakness policy. Okay, I'm just going to go for a Rockfall and Volt Switch into Drednaw. I'm just going to go for it here. Alcremie does not have access to... Okay, they're going to max. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, Alcremie doesn't have access to Ally Switch, so it should be able to get away with this fine. Let's see what I want to do here. Okay, the Alcremie is most likely just going to decorate. Yeah, and if they're Scarf, then this should be fine. I mean, at the very least, if we can get rid of their Dynamax, that'll be great. That's the restricted, so... I mean, Yveltal is pretty bulky. So yeah, I'm gonna need to proc that weakness policy. Okay, we get the weakness policy activation, and I'm gonna go into my Pelipper now, which will set up the rain, and that's gonna activate my Drednaw's Swift Swim ability. But Drednaw is gonna go for max Rockfall, so that's going to set up the sand, which unfortunately will bring it back down to its normal speed after he's max Rockfall. But I mean, the game plan here is to get rid of the Yveltal, so that's what I want to do. I don't think max Geyser would be enough to knock it out, because Yveltal is pretty bulky. You have to respect that. But thankfully, the max Rockfall can pick up the KO there. I can really switch out Pelipper again, and I can just bring it back in. Okay, so they should go for Decorate here. Yep, they were trying to go for Decorate, but it failed, so yeah, well, likely the Alcremie might be Scarfed, so we'll see what their game plan is now. Could still be Garchomp coming in. They could go for Earthquake, so I have to be mindful of that. What I can do here is I mean, it could also have high horsepower. What I can do is max Guard, and I can switch in and out. I can go into Raikou again. Yeah, I could go into Raikou and then Volt Switch back out again. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because if I'm gonna sacrifice anything, I think Raikou is probably the better Pokemon to sacrifice. Alright, so let's see what they do here. They're going to actually protect with the Alcremie, which I'm fine with, honestly. I'm gonna go for a max guard. Okay, so I guess they went for Earthquake then. I don't know if they actually had Earthquake or Stomping Tantrum or something. So I think it was just a safer play to just go on a Raikou here. Okay, so I'm fine with this. My Raikou is Scarf, so if the Garchomp is also Scarf, then that's probably an issue. So I'm gonna go for Max Geyser here, and let's see. Yeah, I'll just Volt Switch the Alcremie. I guess the Alcremie is not Scarf then, because yeah, they just protected. Let's see what they do here. Okay, Knackrack's gonna protect, not really a big deal. I mean, unless Alcremie has like Energy Ball, that could be an issue. I guess I could have wide guarded. Yeah, I just didn't know if the do I switch into here? Yeah, maybe I could switch into Pelipper here, I suppose. Yeah, at least we do a lot of damage through the Protect. Just don't know how much though, but I guess we'll see. If they're relying on Earthquake, then I could just get rid of Alcremie and... Oh, they're gonna just decorate. Okay, that's not really a problem. I mean, if that's their best answer, I could just knock it out next turn. Yeah, just Liquidation. Let's see, Liquidation and... I want a Weather Ball or Tailwind. What do they have in the back? Oh, they could have Regieleki in the back. So I could Tailwind. Okay, just to be safe. So Liquidation into this thing, and we'll go for Tailwind. Alright, so that's gonna pick up the KO on Garchomp. Yeah, it's a rough skin, but that's, I think, a good trade-off in any case. Okay, Dazzling Gleam's probably gonna do, well, not too much actually. It's did a lot less than I thought it would. It's funny because I have Wide Guard, but I'm accounting for my opponents possibly not going for like spread moves. Let's see what they do here. Okay, there's this Mon over here. Okay, what I can do, I'm not really sure what I should do here. What would be great is if I can knock out the Alcremie. I think the Alcremie is probably itself maybe a little more of a threat to whatever I have in the back. So I'm gonna, just go for Liquidation into this thing, and go for a Weather Ball into the bird, because there's less. Because I'm not sure who's gonna protect here. So yeah, I'm gonna knock this thing out and get some good damage into the Steel Burb here, Corviknight, which has less special defense anyway, so this will do more than, well, I mean, it was Weakness Policy activated anyways. But yeah, their Tailwind's not going to save them here, because, I mean, it's a Drednaw under the rain here, so it's got Swift Swim and the Tailwind, so we are good here. Got the rain for 2 more turns and Tailwind for 2 more turns, so not really much my opponent can do here. So I'm just going to click Liquidation and Weather Ball, and that should be the game. They're actually going to forfeit. Alright, we got a matchup with Zacian, some Tailwind, and a lot of interesting stuff here. Cresselia is pretty uncommon, so it's very interesting seeing it in this format. It used to feel like it was more common in the non-restricted DMAX format. Okay, so they got Tail Room, Trick Room, and Tailwind stuff. They could set up Sunny Day and go Bird with Charizard also. But I do have some answers to that. I have my own Zygarde. I have to watch out for Trick Eject button though. So what am I gonna do? Well, let's see. I wanted to give Drednaw a go, but I feel like it just doesn't do that well against... Let's say if they leave with Whimsicott and Zacian or something. That wouldn't really be great. So... Maybe leave with Zygarde, Grimmsnarl. see, I could go for a fake out Max Wake. That's an option. Cresselia is just, I guess, a bit of an issue. Do I bring? Maybe I want a Trick Room. I could maybe try to go for a late game policy proc. That is an option. Drednaw might work under Trick Room. But then Cresselia can also reverse the Trick Room. Who knows that Whimsicott has like Encore or something. Could have Taunt, Trick Room, or Encore. Usually has one of those three to counterplay Trick Room. So let's see. It's Sylveon and Dragapult. It's a little bit unusual. Oh! Wait, it could be a Weakness Policy Dragapult then. Sylveon could be going for Quick Attack. Have to respect that, I guess. Do I want a Max Grimmsnarl then? Nah. But could protect Zygarde. I don't really have anything that can take Max Wormwind anyways. Yeah, this isn't really great. This is kind of a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna go into Dusclops. I think I'm gonna Reflect. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is a Weakness Policy Dragapult, and Sylveon is probably gonna go for Quick Attack to activate the Weakness Policy, and Dragapult's probably gonna Dynamax here. And it is a Weakness Policy Dragapult as I expected, but they're not gonna Dynamax Dragapult, and they're just gonna Protect on the first turn here, which is a little bit understandable because maybe they feel threatened by the Grimmsnarl, so maybe they try to knock it out with Sylveon with a Hyper Voice. So yeah, they are gonna go for that. So maybe they were afraid of Grimmsnarl going for Trick, maybe Trick, Lagging Tail, or an Eject Button or something. Not sure what my opponent was expecting there, but they definitely felt a little threatened by the Grimmsnarl. So it was good on my opponent to get rid of Grimmsnarl, and not good for me, since Grimmsnarl could have been useful. Would have been nice if I could set up some more screens there. Only got a Reflect up. Would have been nice if I could also set up the light screen there, and yeah, I guess if I set up the light screen, I would have been able to survive the Hyper Voice potentially. But I believe that was actually was that a critical hit? Yeah, I guess if it didn't crit, then I probably would survive it with the light screen. But anyways, what I'm gonna send out here, I think I'm gonna send out Drednaw because I want to see if I can set up Trick Room with Dusclops, and yeah, I can go for the Bulldoze Weakness Policy strategy since my Dusclops has Bulldoze. So I have that option, although here my opponent could just now go for the Quick Attack and activate Dragapult's Weakness Policy. So it is a little bit of a sticky situation for me, and honestly I feel like my opponent could easily sweep with the Weakness Policy Dragapult. So this could go pretty badly for me, but I think my best bet here is to at least try to set up the Trick Room and see what we can do from there. If Dragapult, if the Dragapult knocks out my Dusclops, which most likely it will with the Max Phantasm at +2 after they activate Weakness Policy, then at least I'll have the Rain set up by going for Max Geyser. So this is slightly awkward because setting up Trick Room while the Rain is set up is a little bit strange, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure my opponent's probably just gonna bop Dusclops with Max Phantasm, and yeah, they're probably just gonna go for Quick Attack with the Sylveon to activate their Weakness Policy, since that's what they should do. I would be really surprised if they didn't go for it. It would be a huge misplay if they don't go for that play. But yeah, if they don't, then well, hey, at least I knock out Sylveon. I mean, Sylveon shouldn't be able to survive a Max Geyser unless it's like bulky. I mean, maybe it could. I mean, Sylveon has good HP, so they're not going to activate the Weakness Policy, so I'm really surprised about that, and my Dusclops is actually going to take the Max Phantasm pretty well, since we got that Reflect up. Yeah, I'm very surprised as to why my opponent didn't activate their Weakness Policy, since they could have easily and potentially won the game if they just activated their Weakness Policy and just went burr with the Dragapult, basically. just knocking out stuff. But no, they didn't activate their weakness policy, and now they can't because I knocked out their Sylveon. So yeah, I'm pretty much good to go here. I set up the Trick Room. Now this is a little strange because yes, I have the rain set up and my Drednaw is basically faster than the Dragapult now. But what I can do is I can use Bulldoze to decrease its speed. So at -1, even though the rain is set up, making Drednaw faster, thanks to the Swift Swim ability, it's actually going to be slower than Dragapult at -1 speed, even with the rain up. So unless the Dragapult's like pretty slow. But yeah, I'm pretty sure at -1 it should be slow enough to underspeed Dragapult. So we're gonna go for the Bulldoze Weakness Policy strategy, and let's see what this Cress is gonna do. It could either set up the, well, reverse the Trick Room, or they can ally switch. Yeah, because Cress is a pretty annoying Pokemon, so they're actually gonna go for the ally switch. So that's not good, but I mean, I still need damage on this Cress at the same time, because Cress is pretty annoying overall. I'm pretty sure this Dragapult is not going to knock out my Drednaw, because Drednaw is pretty decent bulk. I mean, even at -1 defense, I'm pretty sure that's not going to knock it out. I mean, Dragapult's pretty strong, but yeah, Drednaw's not that frail, so should be able to take that, even at -1 defense. So we're going to get the Max Rockfall, and that's going to pick up the KO on Cresselia. 150 base Max Rockfall with a crit. I mean, it may have mattered because Cresselia is very bulky. It's one of the most bulkiest Pokemon in the game. Physically defensive. Has better special defense, but still has very good, very good physical defense and amazing HP. So they're going to knock out Dusclops, which is fine with me because I activated my weakness policy. And we're pretty much good to go here. I can just knock out the Dragapult on the following turn, and it's a 2v2 situation here, but the ball is in my court because I can easily just knock out the rest of these Pokemon with my Zygarde and my weakness policy activated Drednaw. And yeah, we're under Trick Room still. I believe there are about 3 more turns of Trick Room, so should be good to go here. And yeah, there comes the Zacian, so yeah, I'm pretty much fine with this. What I can do here is just knock out the Dragapult with a Max Rockfall. Now the Dragapult could go for a Max Guard, but it's not really that much of a threat. My Zygarde is not like at -1 defense or anything, so I'm not really that worried. I mean, I could just Coil, get it up to +1. Yeah, get up to +1 attack defense. I mean, I feel like if anything, the Zacian would be the one that's more likely to protect. But we'll see. I mean, I could go for a Max Wake into the Zacian. But yeah, I think Dragapult's probably the better option to target here, just in case the Zacian goes for a protect, but neither of the Pokemon are going to protect, and there's no Max Guard, so I'm going to pick up the KO on this Dragapult, since Dragapult's a pretty frail Pokemon. +2 attack, Max Rockfall, and that is indeed going to pick up the KO. So now it's just one Zacian on the field, and yeah, this should be easy from here. Just set up a Coil, in case they did go for protect for some reason, and yeah, on the following turn I can just pick up the KO with a 1,000 arrows at +1 attack, and they're gonna go for a Behemoth Blade into my Drednaw, which should pick up the KO because Drednaw's at, I believe, -2 defense now. So even though we have the Reflect Up, that's more than enough to pick up the KO. But that's fine because we still have the Zygarde at +1 attack and +1 defense, so it's more than enough to secure the victory here. Knock out the Zacian. That should be the game here. So I'm just gonna go for 1,000 arrows, and that should be a wrap. Yeah, not much my opponent can do here. And they can try to protect to stall the Trick Room, but yeah, they shouldn't really be able to deal much damage to Zygarde at this point. And I'm going to go for 1,000 arrows. +1 attack should be enough to pick up the KO, and it is enough to pick up the KO here, and that's going to be the game. Lunala. Lunala and Stakataka. I haven't seen that since Series 10. Huh. Cool. This team looks so familiar to a team I played in Series 10. Yeah, pretty much all of those Pokemon except for Tapu Lele, I would say. What do I want to go with here? Well, I mean, Drednaw is not going to knock out Lunala more than likely, even if I activate Weakness Policy. Because Lunala is so bulky with that Shadow Shield. The one thing I could do is maybe Snarl. Snarl and Head Smash? I don't know if that picks up the KO though. See, the problem is also they have Rillaboom, so there is that also. But I mean, I can also abuse Raiku's Snarl anyways. Let's see. I want to bring Zygarde. Well, actually, maybe I could actually leave with Grimmsnarl then. Then bring in Zygarde. I mean, I could always bring Dusclops and decide if I want to keep Trick Room or reverse it or what. I just don't really think Drednaw is going to do that great in this matchup. I guess Pelipper could have been useful. Maybe. But yeah, once I get rid of Lunala, Dusclops might be somewhat useful. Okay, there's an Incineroar. I could Snarl the Lunala though. I just hope it's not Weakness Policy. Because yeah, that would suck. But, okay. Although they do have Stakataka on the back, I have to be mindful of that. Huh. But then actually in that case I'm better off reflecting. Okay, so Snarl and Reflect, and I can just I guess switch out afterwards, I suppose. Darn it. Because they're like totally gonna switch into Stakataka. Okay, there's the fake out, which is, I suppose, reasonable. Oh, Meteor Beam. Okay. Well, I mean, that's not gonna do that much now. It's gonna get a special attack back, but yeah, I'll just Snarl it back down again. And it missed, so that was a complete waste of an item. Should I do here? I mean, well, I can just stop the Trick Room basically. Being that they know I have Snarl, what is their game plan? Kind of want to maybe Snarl and then bring in... Oh, I still want to set up Reflect actually. So Snarl and... It's probably pretty obvious. Let's see. I'm going to Reflect. I want to get that Reflect up before the Stakataka comes out. Okay, so they're going to keep in the Lunala. Because they want a Trick Room, I imagine. They get another Snarl off. This is fine. Every bit of chip damage matters. So now Lunala's a -1. Incineroar is going to be parting shotting. Oh, it's just a Moongeist Beam. Okay. I'm honestly really surprised they're not going to bother to... Oh, Flare Blitz. Okay. Really thought they would switch out into parting shot into Stakataka. Very surprised with that play. So let's see. I got Reflect up. If I want, I can just keep Snarling. And could go on a Zygarde, I suppose. Yeah, I think I can start coiling. If I can get Zygarde in. I feel like if they parting shot, it might be into Raikou. I mean, I'm fine with Flare Blitz. Okay, there's a Y guard. Guess that's kind of smart. Ouch. Okay. Well, didn't know they had Y guard, but that was a pretty smart play. Okay, now what? Now I think we just coil. I mean, I could just, I think fake out, honestly. I'm gonna try to just fake out the Incineroar. Maybe they want to like partying shot out, I don't know. Let's see. Lunala's at -1 now. This thing's at -2, well, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna fake out, because they're not gonna max Incineroar. Oh, did they have Lele? Did they really hard swap into that? Well, regardless, I don't think them swapping into Lele is that big of a deal. Where did I lose? Oh, it was Raikou. Okay, well, I'm gonna coil here. Let's see what they want to switch into. Yeah, I kind of hope they leave Incineroar in there. Okay, there's a Moongeist Beam. I'm very fine with that. Guess they can probably Y guard. I don't know. Alright. They have no switch-ins for that. Yeah, I think I want to get rid of... Let me see. They have another Intimidator. Yeah, I want to be out with this Incineroar. Just get rid of it. They have wide guard, so I don't really want to deal with that. Pretty sure I should knock it out at this point, right? I can just... I mean, I guess I can double into it anyways. I'm going to max Quake this slot. Just get rid of this thing. Yeah, I don't really think they're doing much, honestly. They're just leaving in both of their Pokemon. And not really getting much damage. So I'm just going to take advantage of this and max. Because why not? Yeah, Zygarde actually did take a chunk of damage there, now that I think about it. Okay, so there's another Moongeist Beam. I mean, I say a lot. It's really not doing that much, but... it's doing more than my leftovers can recover, so yeah. Anyways, the Spadef boost is gonna really help here. Yeah, so now this Lunala is gonna really struggle. And we're gonna get a Spirit Break here, so... yeah, this Lunala is not really a threat now, so what I can do is just leave it on the field and... Okay, if they bring Stakataka, I don't know if it would be like... hopefully it's not like Weakness Policy or something. Okay, it's just Tapu Lele. And that's not something that really concerns me. I mean, yeah, I guess they can Starfall or whatever, but... let's see, Zygarde's a +1 special defense. Do I have a light screen? Okay, I'm gonna... this is the perfect time to just set up light screen. So I'm gonna do that. Light screen, and... does Max Steel Spike pick up the KO? Well, I'm just gonna Quake. Pretty sure Quake. I mean, if Tapu Lele maxes for some reason, I just don't know if Steel Spike. It might pick up the KO. I'm gonna max Quake anyways, because maybe they don't max it. Not sure. I think they are gonna max Lele though. Okay. That's gonna be interesting. I guess I should have Steel Spike, but like, it's kind of like, what if it doesn't KO for some reason? I don't know. But probably should have went for the max Steel Spike. Lele's not that bulky though, so I don't know. Maybe I should have just went for Steel Spike. But I like to cover for potential, also focus Sash, so the special defense boost in that scenario is a little better. Oh, that really did nothing. Wow, pathetic damage. Okay, so I'm very content to just max Quake then. I mean, the only thing is they could max Guard, I suppose, on the last turn. That's still doing quite a bit of damage. Okay, let's just see how much this does. I think that's in range of Spirit Break. Well, at least I hope so. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, first of all, Zygarde is going to get its ability activated. It's going to become Perfect Cell, thanks to its Power Construct ability. Man, I love this transformation. Yeah, I think Zygarde is becoming one of my new favorite restricted Pokemon now, next to Zacian, because yeah, Zacian is just so good. But yeah, Zygarde is just so bulky. Just look at it. Like, when you Dynamax it and it just turns into its Power Construct form. What is it called? I'll just call it Perfect Cell form. Yeah, because it kind of reminds me of Cell from Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, I'm gonna Spirit Break this Tapu Lele. And do they have anything funny in the back? No, just Stakataka. Okay, so I think Spirit Break does it in any case. And I can just max Quake the Lunala in case it, like, I don't know, max Guard for some reason. Okay, they're not gonna max Guard though. They're just gonna go for Starfall, which is fine. That does like, wow, that does like 0 damage. That's just incredible. Man, Zygarde is incredible. This is beautiful to watch. Like, that damage is just so pitiful from the max Starfall that it's just so amazing. I think this should be Spirit Break range in any case, so should knock it out. There we go. Knock out that max Lele. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could have Steel Spiked it the turn before, but I mean, just in case it was like Focus Sash or something, I think the max Quake is just more ideal. Yeah, Zygarde sitting there at 50% HP, just still looking so bulky. Yeah, and all that's in the back is a Stakataka. Just a lonely little Stakataka. But yeah, Zygarde's little again, so that's fine. We can just Spirit Break, and what is Zygarde at? +1 attack. Yeah, she can just 1,000 arrows. Should pick up the KO here. That should be the game. Yep, battle was cancelled, so yep, that's a good game.